Welcome everybody. Today's Patron Tuesday. Today we're playing some KSP. I believe that it's still not, at least the mod doesn't work for me. I didn't try to download a new one. So we're going to play back on the single player server that we were doing yesterday. Welcome Koto. Welcome anybody else that's secretly lurking. I won't call you out. Okay, let's get to the game. So, start new game. And then we're going to resume saved. We're going to play Season 3. So we did a little bit of science the last one. We grabbed the science station. Right. Okay. And then we tried to launch... Let me know that's too loud for you. We tried to launch this guy. No. We tried to launch... this guy. Didn't quite work. Welcome, JJ Bunzig. It looks cool, but it's too top heavy, so once I started a gravity turn, it would just spin. So what I need to do is make it be a little less the way it is. So potentially, one option I could do is more rockets, right? That's a thing. So if we make it be more like a dart, so if we, I don't know if this will work or not, but we'll try it. So we're gonna add, I don't really know how I wanna, I'm hoping it'll just auto, no, okay, so I want to, what, is it 6? I'll add to all of them? Yeah, okay, good. So I'm going to add rockets here. We'll see if this is going to collide or not. And then we'll add that here as well. There might be room for that. Okay, and then we're going to add a bunch of fuel tanks. We'll see if this works. Too close? I think that's actually technically okay. So we're trying to make this be more like a dart, at least for the when we're lower in the atmosphere, to make it more likely to actually work right. So that's what I'm working on. Is and actually we can also make these not as tall. That would probably also help. I have faith you can do it. No, that's still not quite right. What about here? Will that make you any better? Oh no! No! I don't know if you guys were... Yeah, I actually haven't got a chance to watch the VOD yet. But yeah, I heard you sung. Okay, I think we're okay there. I'm gonna add nose cones on top of that. I'm gonna also bring these other guys down so they don't go quite as high. I don't know where everything is anymore. Everything's moved. There we go. Nose cones. Nose cones here. We're also going to... so this is where they're attached, it looks like. Yeah, okay. So we're going to remove these. Put nose cones on top of here. And then we're going to remove these engines and add some fuel tanks onto the inner 6. We'll see if it wants to do that. Alright, then engines. Okay, then a bunch of fuel tanks onto the new ones we just put on. So now they're kind of attaching in a weird spot. So we'll see how sturdy this thing is. And see if this thing actually takes off. It might be too heavy. We'll see. I could also add another engine in a further down stage. If I go like this, will that help? No? Oh, I think I had... No, it's not. Okay, if I go at an angle like this, will that help? Would you be happier if I do that? That's what they should really fix in this game. It's trying to... I mean, it looks almost right, but I think it's actually attaching to the sides of the other rocket. I want it to be on... attaching onto that rocket. Alright, so plan B. Okay, so we're gonna duplicate this guy. Let's come down this way. And I guess what we should do is probably do what I was talking about, where we're going to detach this. We're going to put an engine onto here with some decouplers. I don't know, what was the crossfeed toggle in editor and flight default off. Alright, and then we're going to add some more stuff with gimbaling. On here, we're going to add wings as well. That's one thing I also have. Okay, so now we have this. So I'm going to Alt-click on this, and then also attach that here. Right there. And then we're going to put in a bunch of connectors, try and keep everything together. Teachers in the house! Welcome. We're playing some KSP. This is a single player on the new update. I'm hoping this rocket will function. I'll have to make sure I fix the staging before I actually take off. These are close together, but they're not actually connected. So I'm going to also add in some connectors just to try and stabilize those a little bit. And then we're going to add some connectors from here to there, from here to there, and that might be good. It might be overkill. That's not very... It's hard to adjust these. So once I put them in, they're kind of screwed. Okay, so this might be more likely than not somersault. Oh, fins. Right, we want fins. They would probably be in this then. So these ones. I don't really know the use at your own risk. Okay, we'll use this one. So we're going to add them here and here. And then we're also going to add some in here. Yeah. Here. So this might work. We'll see. Science 1. Science 21. Save. We're going to put a scientist in the ship. I want to fix the staging. So we have the bottom guys. Decouple. Oh wait, we want these engines all together. So all the engines on the bottom. Decouple. Also decouple those. And then we have engines and more engines together. Followed by decouple the outside rockets, use the other engines. Followed by use those. Get rid of those. Use okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll actually put this in the same stage. I'm not really sure if that's a good idea or not, but we'll try it. And then this last one is get rid of the outside engines. Oh, okay, no, actually, I'm sorry. We want this here. So, use those rockets. That is to get rid of... Where are these? What is this? So this is to get rid of... those 6 rockets. So we don't want that at the same time as that. So we want to... What is get rid of... Let me start from the bottom. The 12 rockets in the bottom. Get rid of the asparagus staging or whatever. So the 12 rockets again. Followed by getting rid of those 12. So that needs to go here. So those, we get rid of them. Followed by our 6 inner rockets here. Once those are out, we'll get rid of them, and then we have our little engine. And then on our way down, we have our decoupler to just have the little pod and the parachute. Yeah, decoupling is a tricky business. We'll see if this works. So save, go to launch. Will it somersault is the question. I think it'll take off. I think I have enough engines. I might have too much weight, possibly. We'll see. So SAS on, throttle up, and go. Too much weight. So let's see how long it takes before it actually takes off. Eventually, it'll burn up some of its fuel and then be able to take off. Yeah. Lots of asparagus. So we'll see how much fuel it actually burns up before it can actually go. That might give me an idea how much less fuel tanks I need, or how many less fuel tanks I should have before it will actually go. Yeah, another smog. That's interesting. Yeah, so it goes down to this bottom thing and then shoots out the sides. Interesting. So we're at halfway of the fuel of the outside rockets. I need bigger rockets. Which you could actually potentially do here. On the planet. I do need solar panels before I can really do a lot with the science stuff. Okay, so the answer is that it doesn't take off at all with these big rockets. Okay. So they're going to run out. We'll get rid of them. We want to go right away. So I want to merge these steps. Because if I just go... Oh yeah, I forgot. There's actually a separate... Interesting. So we're landing. Oh dear. Ooh, it's a problem. Oh dear. I forgot that I had the actual stage there. We'll do. Yeah. Okay, well. Sorry about the person's family. What is this? Hello, tracking. I don't know why I'm here. That's weird. Smash down. What is this? Yeah. Weird. I guess part of it survived? I don't really understand. Yeah. Okay, so we got no signs for that. I don't know why that existed. Okay. So it didn't take off. I'm gonna try... I'm not giving up on that yet. We're gonna take out one of those stages. Where's the 20? What's the 21? 21 is the one we just made. Okay. Oh, that was the other one. Okay. So we're going to just remove this stage. Will this take off? Let's add some fins. 6. Like so. We'll make this be the 22. We will Save and potentially recruit a new scientist. New scientist. Oh, I'm running out of scientists. That's a shame. Okay, you're right. You win. We're going to save, go to construction. We're going to put... we're going to see if this takes off. So, no crew. Save. Let's see if it takes off. Let's not kill anybody else. So, SAS on. Throttle up. Oh, SAS on. You can't do S. Oh, okay. SAS on. And go. So, this guy is also too heavy. Will it eventually take off? We'll see if this works at all. If not, I might do some science. Just okay, I'm about to take off. Here we go. We'll see how well it does once I get a little higher up. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is try and get some science to try to get bigger rockets, because I can do like some science just on the planet with the science thing without even taking off, and I think that I'll probably be able to get a decent amount of science from that, maybe. So we'll see. But we'll see how well this does. I don't have any people. Oh, I also don't. I need to add science components to this. Right now, there's not really any science I can do. But so far, so good. Once I get up to 6,000, I will work on a gravity turn and see if it somersaults. Try to give me an idea of how well it does. Hey, Digital Deviant. We're trying to see if this ship somersaults. I brought this up with no crew this time because I just killed somebody. So we're going to see how well this does. Will you somersault? It's possible that... Oh, okay. I was actually able to kind of correct the somersault. That's cool. Okay, and we were going to switch engines. Alright, oh, I lied. I wasn't able to correct the somersault. If you point retrograde... and you might go up. We don't have any people in this, so it's not like... We also don't... I mean, this is sort of a test flight, because we don't have any scientists or anything on this. Okay, so now we're going up. Good. There's nobody on this one. Can we name the next version the Bottle Rocket 3? Sure. Alright, let's try a gravity turn now. I'll go a little bit slower. Last time I was going a little bit too fast, maybe. Okay, so maybe it would work if I wasn't trying to do gravity turn so quickly. I was used to my better rockets that I have on the other server. So still not overly stable. It's kind of weird the way it's doing this. Yeah, it's weird that it's not... It's almost like SAS isn't even on. It's like getting so weird. So weird. Anyway, so... what's the thing? Alright, well I don't really care about this thing anyway. Can I just go to Space Center? No. I got to wait till it's out here. So I'm going to let it come out far out here. I just want it to crash down, but I don't want to watch it crash down. So I'm going to kill the engines and then warp to here. Can I then just go to the Space Center? and then let this thing crash by itself later? I think so. So if I go regular time, can I go to this? Oh, this is a new menu. Space Center. Okay, cool. I can go to the Space Center, and that thing will crash later on. Awesome. So, here's what we learned. It takes a little bit to take off. I think it will actually take off. But we can try and get some science first. So let's remove this thing. Just in case I forget. Let's put our parachute wherever it is. We'll find it. Found the parachute. Put the parachute back on. We're going to load up our scientist into the science thing. We're not going to take off, but I think we need somebody in the piloting. I'm going to load this thing up with a bunch of science components. So we'll put, I didn't really want 6, I wanted just 2. And then we'll do some temperatures. It's overkill, but whatever. We're going to put some goo canisters. We're going to add in a Science Junior. So let's detach this here. Science Junior. Then reattach. And I cover everything. Okay, so this is the science. This is the I'm going to cheat with science sort of thing. And launch. Well, yeah, I'm not actually going to take off. So I'm going to wait till it's... Oh, I don't have any solar panels anyway. It's irrelevant. Okay. So we're not going to take off. I want to try and scroll up to... Okay, you're not going to let me do it. All right. So let's do... Observe the goo. Interesting. Why can't I... store that? What has changed? Log the temperature. Why can't I put anything in there? Interesting. Can you not? I guess. I thought I would be able to do it. Alright, well then in that case let's just get a little bit of science now. And then we'll go back to working on the ship. But I'll do... There's looks like a couple things I could do here without ever taking off. Not very much, but... Crew report. Okay, no. Goo canister. I'll keep it. I assumed I could do all these without taking off. And then store it in here and then do some science, but I guess not. Let's recover the vessel. Oh well. It was a try. It was worth a try. So, I'm going to go up with one scientist with this current ship. I'm going to... I don't think it's enough to get me what I would want, right? Research. Yeah, these are all 90. Okay. So let's go back here. So we're going to take off some of this redundant stuff I put on here. Zoom in. The other way. Why isn't... Okay, there we go. So let's take off some of these. I would like 2. Just 2. Nope, I would really just prefer 2. What if we just went with 2? How can I convince you to just do 2? There we go. I'm not going to re-enter with these anyway. So the fact that they're sticking out a little bit is okay. I guess the thermometer's like that. I mean, they look weird. I would rather I just have 2. Okay, good. 2. And then we have our barometer here, which I'll leave there, I guess. Science thing, all these things. Land with this. Okay, I think we're good. So let's put just our scientist to fly it. I'm hoping this guy will run. It will fly. We're going to do our gravity turn very slowly. I want to get up into orbit, do a bunch of science, and then come back. So hopefully Milner will be able to pull that off. Check our staging. Get rid of the things. Use the thing. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Okay, we're good. Launch. We have SAS on. Throttle up. And go. So it's going to take a little bit to start. Which I guess I could have fixed. I could have gotten rid of some rockets, but it'll go. Then once we get to 6,000, I'll work on a slow gravity turn. There we go. We're starting to take off. I'll speed up time, although it's probably unsafe, but I will speed up time until we get up to 6,000. Every time you say SAS on, I'm like, yeah, bring this S. So this will get us up a little bit higher, and then these other engines are going to go possibly before we do the gravity turn, actually. So maybe I'll just wait till these run out, and then just so that I can clear them away. Yeah, I like that idea. So once they're out, I'm gonna go regular time. All right, so now we're going up. I'm gonna work on our gravity turn. It's interesting that even just with what I have right now, it seems like it doesn't really want to go straight up. I'm gonna wait till this thing gets a little closer before I go too much further over. I don't want to get too far away from it. I think that'll make it less stable, given the sort of unstable nature of this ship. But, I mean, we're getting up. I think we'll be able to get in orbit. It seems likely to me. Then we can do a bunch of science. I think I kind of want solar panels next, just so that when I'm up in space, I don't have to worry about running out of power. I mean, I have a lot of batteries, but so rockets or batteries? I'll have to think about it. Oop, turn like this. There we go. All right, let's take a look. Oh, I'm going. Oh no, that's my other ship. It's not down. It hasn't landed yet. Okay, doing good. Okay, go ahead and kill it. Add a maneuver. And boop. A little more, actually. Okay, good enough. Point to the lunar node. I guess while we're here, I can also do, because I have a scientist, so I can do some science stuff and then reset it. So even if this isn't quite interesting. Level up crew, lights on. Kerbal net. Start research. Transmit. Not enough crew. If I put the crew, well, I'll wait till I guess I'll wait till I'm in orbit, and then we'll see if I have to have 2 crew or not. We'll see. So I'm gonna burn at 23.5. And burn. take a look at our fuel. We have one more fuel tank to get back. And I believe that these might make it all the way through this maneuver. Maybe. So possibly I'll need a crew, one guy up here to actually run the experiments, and then one person inside to do the research. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, awesome. And kill it. Okay. How's it look? Good. Great. So now let's try this out. So I can't put science stuff inside of here because it says I think it's inactive. So we're going to transfer crew. No, I want to transfer crew. So I want to transfer crew. Transfer this person into here. Now, can I run any experiments? No, I can't. I can't run any experiments because I don't have anybody in command thing. I can't put anything here because I don't have anybody in here. So I guess I need 2 people. I don't know how that works with landing then, because I wasn't going to land with this whole thing. If I were to... What are my options? So I guess I still need to transfer crew, come back. And then if I were to do an experiment, you need KSS1. Oh, that is. I'm going to keep the experiment. I'm going to keep them like this, and then I'm going to see if maybe when they exist, I can take it and then move it over, maybe. So I keep all the experiments, and then close the doors. If I am to now transfer, no, I guess there's still no science there. Let me think. If I EVA, and then oh, it's really dark. And then if I were to move down the ladder a little bit, am I in range of this? I'm in range of this. Collect data. Sure. So collect data. I don't have a ladder on this, so I'm trying to be careful, not to lose my grip. Well, okay. So I guess I don't want to lose the grip, so I'm going to just go back in. I'm going to board. And then if I move my dude, let's review. I still can't. All right. Let's keep it. No. Well, yeah, we'll keep that. That's fine. I want to transfer crew into the science thing. And now from here, can I review? Can I do anything? No. Okay, so I need 2 people. I don't know how I'll bring them back. There is a 2-person command pod thing, but it's well, 3-person, but it's a higher level. If I oh, what if I robot this guy? Will that work? I can't do a crew report. That might work. Okay, so let's I'll come back to this. I mean, he's orbiting, although I want the scientist. Let's see if I have any scientists back at the over here. If I have any scientists here, then I'll leave that one for now, just so we can try to get a new ship out without having to worry about that one coming back. So, are there scientists? No. Next hire. Available, assigned, lost. Okay. So no, that's my only scientist. So I guess I have to bring that one back. So let's go to the tracking center. Bring it back. Yeah, I guess I need 2 people. That's a shame. I was hoping I could, like, get it into orbit and then, like, get some science, store it, and then go over there and work on it. That seems like a reasonable thing. Okay. So let's add a maneuver. Well, really, I could just point... Oh, First, I need to move a person. Transfer crew. You. Transfer over here. Okay. I could really just point retrograde. Prograde. I want to... What do I want to do? If I point... Let's look at the ship. That will increase my speed. So I want to actually point retrograde. I think. And then that will bring me into a decaying orbit. And then I can get rid of all this stuff. I believe. I think. Once I get to this, I'm gonna burn a little bit and then watch my... Yeah, so this is coming down. Yeah, this is bringing me closer and closer. So once this gets to 25, then I will kill the engines, and then we'll work on landing. It's possible I might swap. Oh, ooh. Okay, sorry. That one was actually the lower one. So let's point prograde, and then make this be a little bit higher out, just so we can land properly. My bad. This is the more out one. This one is the one that's about to crash. All right, so we want to get to that. Fairly close. Let's burn. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now we want to point. Yes, we want to point that direction the way we're not heading. To get rid of this stuff. And then we're just going to land. So we actually want this to be in a separate stage, so we don't fire the parachutes right now. And then we're going to get rid of all the stuff. Okay, so now we have just our dude. I'm going to point retrograde. We're still 31, I think should still work. Then we're going to land. So let's speed up time to get to landing. We don't have any batteries, so we might just run out of power. Well, it looks like we're okay. I mean, right now we're not using power, but once we start trying to land, we're going to start using power. So hopefully we don't have problems there. I didn't add a heat shield. I hope this thing comes with one. So it might just burn up anyway. I forget if you have to add one or if this thing has one built in. I guess we'll find out. It's been a while since I landed with just one of these. I think it works. Just by itself. I really want to have you point the right direction. Okay, thank you. Okay, here we come. Let's watch our... It's not using very much electrical, actually. So that's good. So we'll see if this one lands okay. While it's going, I can update you on World of Warcraft. I've been working on cooking, so they changed cooking quite a bit. In fishing and cooking, actually, is what I've been working on. they changed cooking quite a bit. So instead of just learning a bunch of recipes, you had to get a bunch of recipes from all over, questing all over the place. And then you have this dude who's incompetent, who's going to take like different food resources, like raw food resources from you, and then attempt to make a dish from those that then you get a recipe for. But so far, and it takes like 4 hours every time you want to try. So you give him some stuff. 4 hours later, he tries, and so far he's burnt both things. It's really annoying. What game is that? I'm talking about WoW. My main guy, I like to have all the different food recipes, but this one is pretty. I mean, it's okay. I'll deal with it, but it's a little bit annoying that I mean, it taking 4 hours is fine. But the fact that he keeps on burning everything is really annoying to me. Okay, so we are going to land. Good. So hopefully, I guess it gets even worse as you get higher in the ranks of the food. So we'll see. But I also found out that there's in your bank there's a section now for reagents, so you can put crafting supplies in this separate whole bank area. And then I found out today you can actually use those without actually having to pull them out of your bank to craft stuff. Like before, you had, like, if you had stuff in your bank, it's great, but then you had to still pull it out to craft stuff. So I can have stuff in my bank and be really far away. Is limited to one character. Right. So I can't share it between characters. This is when we find out if we die. I can't share it between characters, but like if it's all my food supplies and I have my one guy that's a cook. But what's cool is I don't have to actually go out and get the stuff. I can just craft with it when it's in my reagent bank without actually having to get it all out. So that, like, on my alchemist person, I have an herb bag where I can store all my different herbs that I collect. But I don't really need that anymore because now I can just take all that stuff and throw it in the bank, and then I can use it crafting somewhere else. So now I can actually, if I get a big bag, I can replace that bag. So, we'll see. So far, so good. Looks like we're not burning up. We just started this section, though. This is the burning up section. So we'll see. The Milner is happy about it. So I'll have to go out with two people. I'll have to... I mean, I think the science thing can re-enter. Maybe, if I put enough, if I put a heat shield on it. I can't remember if I had problems before with them re-entering. I don't know. Hoping this guy doesn't burn out. Because I kind of need him. He's my only scientist. I think Bob might be a scientist, but he's stuck in space. But yeah, so now I'm trying to just letting my my main characters, like minions or whatever, go do missions, and then otherwise, I'm trying to get my other guys to be leveled up too. I'm trying to maximize, because as you don't play and you have your guy in an inn, he'll get double experience slowly building up. So I'm trying to build that up and then use it, and then try to quest when I have double experience on all my guys. Because I have like probably 6 or 7 guys that I want to level up, which takes a while. So if I can maximize that, well, I didn't use like any power for that. That's cool. If I can maximize that, then that's good. So I'm going to try to do that. So it looks like we're landing in the ocean. We're actually landing really. I can like wave at the other ship going by. Or what is that? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the other ship I launched, or if that's parts from me. That might be parts from me, I guess. Those will probably burn up, maybe. Okay, so we can, it looks like we can maybe deploy now, but I'm gonna wait till I'm closer and slower because I don't want it to break because I need this dude. So 250 is when I will deploy. I might also, if I have ladders, I will add ladders onto some of the stuff on the outside, just to make it easier for me to collect. Although I guess if I can get the science module working. What's interesting though is that I still have the same problem. I couldn't put science inside that pod when I was on the ground. Which might be because I wasn't taken off, or maybe there's some aspect to it that I don't really realize. So that'd be interesting. Maybe I'll go to the landing pad and see if I can convince it to put science inside of it without taking off. We'll see how that will work. There we go. I'm slowing down. Then I'll speed up time a little bit, just so I can get down to the bottom in a reasonable amount of time. I also wish, so I have, this is back to WoW, I have a couple bank alts, and they're in their own guild that has a guild bank where I can store a bunch of stuff. So I can open it up in either character and have a bunch of extra space. But the problem is with my add-on I have, Altaholic, where I can search between my characters to find out like where I have things. I think that it doesn't go. Actually, it might, but it might not actually look into my alt's guild bank to tell me if I have access to it. I think in general it probably doesn't do guild banks. Maybe. Yay, we landed. I'm sure we can't do anything here. Let's do a crew report. I don't know. Okay. Recover the vessel. Alright, so we got back. Good job. So now we need 2 people. I'm going to try that experiment I was talking about. So I'm going to see if I can fiddle around with having a pilot. Welcome back. Yeah. We're going to do a pilot and a scientist, and we're going to see if we can convince it to store science in the thing. So the same ship. We want a pilot and a scientist in the science bay. We will go to launch. Can we convince you to... Because in the original ship, you can still do science without having to take off. I want to try and get to here. Okay, so right now... oh, interesting. So now it's not crossed out. Maybe because I have the 2 guys. So process in lab. 0 data, 0 science. Interesting. I wonder if they fixed things. So maybe the science lab isn't as overpowered as it used to be. Because before, even if it was going to give you 0 science, it was still going to give you a bunch of science in the lab. So they might have fixed that. Or it's because I'm on the planet. So that will give me 5 science in the lab. Okay. It's not nearly as exciting. But let's crew report. 0 science. Okay, interesting. So potentially they've either fixed it or just if you're on the surface. So we're gonna go back to recover the vessel. We didn't get any science for that. So we still want to find out if when we're in space, if they you know, if it works better. So we want to be able to land with 2 people. Okay, I guess the other test is, can we store the science if I don't have a pilot, but instead I just have a robot? So let's put a robot somewhere. Can I put a robot here and put a parachute on top of him? Or I guess I could do... Let's put a robot in there. Let's put on some radial mounted parachutes. Put on two. Put on two here. Towards the top. Alright, so we'll see if this... We'll see if the Science 25 with no pilot, just a scientist, can run experiments, period. Can run experiments, and then can it store it in the science lab? If so, then this will work. Oh, I just want to scroll up. Why isn't that? Weird. Nah, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Alright. So can we run this experiment? And can we store it in the science lab? Yes. Okay. So this should work. Yeah, and we actually... this is good. We're just going to go like this. So throttle up. SAS on. It won't take off in the beginning, which is we're already aware of. We'll have to make sure we have enough battery for the robot. We should be fine. Whoa. I went over something. That was crazy. Eventually we'll take off. I'll try and get into orbit again. And we'll see if we get more science when we're in orbit compared to the 5 science we were going to get by not leaving. So it might be set up so that it's not actually overpowered like it was in the previous update, which will make this game more interesting. It'll make it harder, but more realistic. Because why is it that if you have already done all the science, would it be so much better to redo the same science, but in space? And even like if I could just keep on repeating the same science, it was giving me science back. Science. Right, so speed up. So once he's run out, I'm going to switch engines. Just watch. Yeah. Alright, we're going to go. Please don't hit all my stuff. Okay. Ooh. Regular speed. It's already gravity turning by itself. It's kind of scary. I don't really know why it seems like it's always... whatever. So we're working on slowly gravity turning. I guess actually if I had Milner in the top thing right now, it might be better actually. I might be able to handle better with him, possibly, versus a robot. I'm not sure about that. Because right now the robot's controlling the movement, and then he's just hanging out in the science thing, not doing anything. So later on I could transfer him back over there. So next time if he survives and I use the same ship design, I might keep him in the piloting first, and then have him switch over after the fact. Let's get this guy into orbit. See if we can do any science. Or see if they've nerfed it. It's funny, I tell my wife all these stories about my streaming and stuff, like Kerbal Space Program and all these different things, like how there's an update and stuff. But I'll use terms like nerfing and like all these other things that are meaningless to everybody else in the world. Like, oh, nerfing. Like, they took the Nerf bat to using the science station to get a bunch of science. This is working out pretty well. Doing a pretty good gravity turn. We're going to kill it. Add a maneuver. Get into orbit. And then we will see if the Nerf bat has found the science loophole. Oh. So touchy. That's right, that's fine. Maneuver node. We're gonna burn at 18 and a half. Is that right? Yeah, 18 and a half. All right, and burn. For the short burn, so we'll still have all these other engines. And we're really just trying to get in orbit. I mean, we could try and do a flyby to the moon, depending on how this all works out. But I don't think we'll have enough for that. Alright, and we will now kill it. Let's try and do some science. So we have the dude in the science thing, and the thing in the thing. Will you be able to get some science? Okay, so we do get... Alright, good. So they haven't completely nerfed it. And just for some reason on the surface, no good. But, so I can put all this in here. I don't have an antenna on this ship anymore because it used to be on the thing. If I do science in this, does the whole station have to come back, or can I put the science on the guy? That's what we can find out. Oh boy. So let's try to do the science. That's silly. I forgot to put an antenna on this thing. Alright, close these doors. Because the antenna used to be up here. I didn't add a new one. Okay. So now you can start researching. We'll want to watch our energy. Doing science about science. Right. So we're going to watch our energy. We don't have any solar panels yet. So we want... Wow, that goes fast with those solar panels. This isn't really gonna work out. Okay, stop. So with with no solar panels. Alright, I need to stop researching so I can actually land. With no solar panels, I run out of battery pretty quick. So I've accumulated 0.068 science. So far, and I've used up all my battery. Okay, well, so we've done a couple things. We've learned that I need an antenna. That we can pilot the ship with a drone and then have a guy in here to work on the science. And we need solar panels. Let's level up crew. No astronaut on boards are ready to gain experience. There's experience in this game? I'm confused. Okay. So now what I want to do is find out... I can't transmit science, right? Yeah, there's no... Oh, there's also no data. Okay. Well. And I can't put the science on him and move him up, I don't think. So yeah. So I need an antenna, and I need solar panels. I'm fairly sure... Let's look at the Science Center. I'm fairly sure that I don't have enough science to do that. But maybe. So solar panels would be here. Okay, so we're almost there. We need just a little bit more science. We need 20 more science, somehow. How might I get 20 more science? Okay, well, let's bring this guy home. Actually, it might be tomorrow. Or next time we play. Yeah, so I need 20 more science to be able to get solar panels so that this thing is actually feasible. Interesting. Because it takes so much energy to be able to process the lab. And that would only give me... Well, I don't know how much that would give me. But, I mean, it would slowly give me stuff, but it takes so much energy to do it. So... Okay. So antenna... And 20 more science. And then we're good. Because I'm already on a flyby of the moon. I think that counts as a like if I were to orbit the moon, I don't think I get any additional science beyond what I did. So I'll have to, I don't know, I'll have to think about how I'm going to try and get some more science. I mean, there's probably more science on the planet, but I have to land in the right spot, maybe. Possibly. Okay, well, anyway. That'll be the end of the stream. So next time we'll try to, next time we play this, try to get some more science to get solar panels, and then hopefully get some science from this over by the moon. Maybe adjust these rockets so that they don't, so it actually will take off. I'll have to think about how I want to do that.